So, one of my viewers here on YouTube put me in my place a couple days ago. And I am going to do my business update, what happened on eBay, what I've been doing this week to grow the business and how it's been doing. But I feel like I have to get this off my chest. I appreciate it. I appreciate the comment, the person that said that I'm a clown and said that I am just another reseller guru telling people that they can rake in fast cash on eBay. I mean, I didn't think that's what I was doing, but once I hit 100 subscribers in the last 24 hours, which was shocking. It's shocking growth because I didn't think people would want to watch this channel. I didn't think anyone would care what I have to say or about this postcard business. But when I hit 100 subscribers, my head got a little bit too big for my britches. And I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of some of the things that I did. And I bought a Segway, which I know that they're out of style. I know that people don't really use them, but I love Paul Blart. And he looks so cool when he's doing that dance in Paul Blart 2. And so I got a Segway. And my wife was like, "You're getting too arrogant. You're getting too cocky, man." But I just, I went to KFC and I went in there and I demanded that my bucket of chicken be filled only with the legs of prize-fighting chickens from Huehuetenango, Guatemala. And I appreciate the commenter putting me back in my place because I started the paperwork for a Labradoodle. I was going to buy one. And they're expensive. I haven't even made that much on eBay yet. The commenter said $4. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. I'm not even in profit yet. And yet, I was getting so cocky because the fame of 100 subscribers, I found a back alley vet and hired them to do a full body laser hair removal on my Beagle. Except for the face, because she licks me on my face and I don't want the skin on skin. So thank you. I interviewed a butler. Oh, I'm sorry. I know that's not the politically correct way to say that. I interviewed a manservant named Chauncey McDougals. Right here in this little town in central Pennsylvania. He is in high demand. But when he saw that I had 103 subscribers, he was like, "I will leave the Smith family." You know which Smith family. "I will leave them and come work for you because my name is Chauncey McDougals." So thank you, random YouTube commenter who didn't watch my videos. You have put me in my place. So now that we're done with that, I have to tell you, and I'm not going to let this get to my head, I have to tell you what has happened with my totally real eBay store, because the commenter said I don't even have a link to my store, which is true because I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to bring you along and show you what's going on because I watch channels like that and I thought it'd be interesting. So let's go over what has been happening in my eBay store in this past week. And I am super, super excited about it because let me tell you, if you're consistent, it really does work. So let's just go. I'm going to jump straight to my screen and show you what has happened. As you can see, this is from May 31st, 2025, from whenever I did my last video up to today, June 7th, 2025. And we did it, guys. This is super exciting. Last week, I had about $100 in sales. The week before, I had about $100 in sales. This week, we made over $200 in gross sales. That is not net, as you can see way over here, which I'll explain in just a minute. We sold 33 cards this week. 33 cards. It was so crazy. It was the wonkiest week ever. I'll show you just the graph in just a minute, but let me explain this real quick. Because the taxes and fees were $20. Now you may be saying $133 in selling costs? That's insane. And that is because on June 1st is the first of the month is whenever you get charged for your store. And because I passed 1,000 items in my store, I had to upgrade to whatever the next tier is in eBay store classes. That's $75 a month. I can't afford to pay yearly. So I have to do the monthly for now. Hopefully one day I'll be able to pay yearly, but right now I can only do monthly. So we have $133, and $75 of that $133 is from renewing the store, which I'm actually pretty happy about, because it means that it doesn't come out of a bank account. It just comes right out of the store itself. Average sales price per item was $6.27, and sales via fixed price, because I don't do any auctions yet. I don't think I ever will. I don't think it's worth it. So we come down here. This is the week of sales. We had sales every single day, as you can see, and it was kind of a wonky week because this doesn't tell me how many sold. But for example, I think it was this day. Yeah, Tuesday, we sold 8 items. And if you keep up with my channel, which not that I expect you to always be like, what's he doing now? I did make a couple of shorts just because there's some things that were like happening that I couldn't make. It wasn't enough to make long form videos about, and I was just putting out, just for me, I was in my car on the way to the post office, and I just did a couple little shorts. But on Tuesday, we sold 8 cards in a 24-hour period, and I was like, oh my gosh, we broke the record, it's amazing. And then the next day we sold 1 card in the morning. So the reason that this is a little bit higher is because things sold in the afternoon because it's 24-hour periods. But in the morning, when I went to the post office, I only had 1 card to show. So I was like, what in the world is happening? Next day, sold another 8 cards. And Friday, yesterday, it was 6 or 5. I think it was 5. 1 sold this morning. So it was like however many, 4 or 5 yesterday, and then 1 has sold this morning. I haven't gone to the post office yet. It's early in the morning right now while I'm doing this because I have a very busy day, so I wanted to do this first. And so those are the sales. Let me go over some of the things that sold because there were 33 postcards sold. Obviously, you're not going to want to look at every single one of those postcards that sold. So I just randomly picked a few, and I thought that we would go over them. So this one sold. This one, I was kind of surprised it sold because it's clearly like a reenactment, but it's a Confederate Civil War soldiers relax in camp in Newmarket, Virginia. This sold for $6.26. Usually you can't sell anything that has Confederate flags on it, which I did not know. This, as you can see, the SKU on this is 90. This is literally like the second day of selling postcards. I had no idea. I think because it's folded over, maybe it wasn't flagged or anything, but because I know you can't usually sell this, but I didn't know that until later, and I didn't even know that this card was in there until it sold. So this is the first one. Next, this one sold, Greetings from the Catskill Mountains. I gotta say, whenever I first bought some of these, you can see this isn't a scan, so this is what, 97? Yeah, still day 2. Whenever I bought these cards, I didn't know that these large letter postcards would sell, or maps. I just thought it was a super generic card. I didn't think anyone would buy it. I have learned now that because over the past few weeks, we've had several of these greetings from, but I just thought they were so common, like who would buy these? Now I know better that they do sell. $4.21, I was happy with it. This is a really cool card that I am not surprised that it sold. Fort Seawall from Lighthouse. Lighthouses, I am learning, are beloved. People like them, and they sell really well. I have a ton of Massachusetts cards. They came in a lot that I bought, I guess, off of Whatnot, and they've been doing pretty well. I've been happy with them. I'm going to keep my eye out for Massachusetts, unlike those Utah cards, which I believe yesterday, the first of like 300 Utah cards sold. Thankfully, I only bought it from Popeye's postcards for like $30, and so I should be able to get my money back on that at least. $8.96. It sold at the asking price, so that was pretty sweet. That was part of my excitement. This one, Redondo Beach Hotel and Beach, California. You see, I told you guys in one of my last videos, always put whatever you see in the background, put those keywords in, because I guarantee you there's tons of Redondo Hotel and Beach, California postcards, but because mine has trolleys, boats, people, anyone looking for those things, and I guarantee you there are others that are cheaper than this, but because of these keywords, there are people specifically looking for trolleys, and they will pay more money because they're wanting trolleys, and like, oh my goodness, a trolley on Redondo Beach. So, although I think that's a train, but maybe trolley, I don't know. But anyway, it sold, and it was a great price. And you can see most of the cards that sell have been with shipping. I just put $1 shipping because I'm just trying to cover the cost of my envelope, and they've been doing really well. I've been excited. I didn't think they would sell as well, but they do. Another greetings from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. There's so many Myrtle Beach cards. I don't understand. Probably because it was $3.95, even though there's $1 shipping. I don't understand why these cards are selling so well. I think I sent an offer on this one because it was a greetings from. It was tagged, and I think I may have sent like a $3 offer because I knew with shipping it would be $4. $3.95 is basically what I wanted to get out of it. This one, I was kicking myself over. The SKU is 103, so this would have been the third day of posting postcards. This one, the person who bought it and then canceled because they didn't know how to pay on eBay. They wrote me asking, what payment methods do you take? And I said, I just use eBay, I don't use other payment methods. And so then they bought it again, and I was kicking myself because now I would have priced this much higher because I realized Punxsutawney, I live 30 minutes from Punxsutawney, and I know what a tourist place is and how a location is, and I know what you see here I don't think this is there anymore. I was literally just there yesterday, and I didn't see this anywhere, and I only sold it for $3.95. I should have sold it for like $7.50, but the person, I wanted to honor the deal that I made with the guy, and I was also offering free shipping, so they got an incredible deal on this card. But you learn and you move on. You remember that pack of 100 Disneyland cards that I purchased? Well, they are starting to sell this aerial view of Disneyland, the Matterhorn vintage postcard for $9, and this sold they just bought it overnight. There was no offer, there was no offer or anything like that. Shipping, so they basically paid $10 for this thing. And right now in my store, I have 5 more Disney cards that are all tagged. So I am going to make bank on those cards. I had one person who I had 3 of these West Point cards. I think maybe I may have priced them too low, but I researched these cards, and this was kind of the average going price. And they bought all 3 of these cards together, which was awesome. And they paid $1 shipping for each one. I was really excited that this sold because this is one of the things I've been a little disappointed in. I bought a lot of it was 318 automotive vehicle cars, all cars. It was cheap. I think I bought it was maybe like $100 for all 318 cards. So that was a pretty good deal because I had heard that vehicles sell really well. I have posted probably 200 of these by now, and only a couple have sold. So I was really disappointed. And that was before I had learned that these museum postcards do not do well. So if you ever see these, don't buy these. They don't do well. I mean, unless you don't mind super slow sales. But this one, these don't do well. I learned they need to be vehicles in action. Something needs to be happening in the vehicle for people to want to buy it, which I think this one sold literally solely because of this cat, which my son did this one. Car with cat, and it sold. No offer. They just bought it $5.39, and they paid shipping. I think my son didn't do the $1. He just said buyer pays shipping. So you know the rule. They say if someone can do a job 70% as well as you should let them do it. So you should delegate it to them. So that's what I did with my son. He's still learning, and he's doing good. I mean, his cards are selling, so I am totally okay with what he's doing. This beast right here sold $8.96. I think I may have sent an offer for $8. The Mighty Bulldog Mac. This one was cool because it's a 7 cent. I actually have another one of these. I had the 7 Santini brothers, and it was bought by a Santini. They didn't write me or anything, but whenever I printed off the label, it said Santini. So someone is in this family business, and that's why they bought this. But I think this is a really cool postcard, and I think it sold for a fair price. So this one I bought on Whatnot. And it was from a seller who was selling, my light's about to fall over. It was from someone who was selling higher value cards. And I don't really deal with I would not normally buy an RPPC like this because it's just a child just sitting by the flowers. And it's been in the store for a little bit now. Finally, and I actually have like 5 more of this same child in different outfits. And whoever took the pictures just was making their child stand out in these weeds or plants or whatever with different outfits and flowers and stuff. Sold for $4.21, $1 shipping. I can't remember if I sent an offer or not. I was just happy to get rid of it because I have, I think there are 12 of these, and I bought them super cheap for like $5 or something like that. But I just want to get rid of them because I know now that these type of RPPCs don't do very well. So we're up to over 1,700 cards in the store now, and things are starting to heat up. As a matter of fact, now I'm getting a little bit nervous because I've been having trouble sourcing more cards that I'm confident in, because now I've learned enough over the past few weeks. It's kind of a good thing that I'm being more picky, but it's also kind of shooting me in the foot because I'm making some money on the stuff that I just blindly bought, and now I'm trying to be super picky. I need to start pulling the trigger more and just buying stuff. So this week I actually went to an Amish mall. It's the first Amish mall that I went to that I bought my first lot of cards from. I went back with my wife and we just went through and searched for postcards. I recorded the whole thing. That video is going to come out on Wednesday. If you watch it and you like that kind of video, then I can do more like that, just showing where we go when we search for postcards and garage sales and stuff like that. So I hope you'll stick around for that video. Thank you for watching. More updates are coming soon. Keep an eye out for any shorts if you want more quick updates. Every now and then I put them out. It's not all the time, but I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks.